Morning. Managed to get out for a day. I've been out for a couple of weeks. Weather's been crap. And it's advertised as not that brilliant today, but so far that's incorrect. And it stays that way, we're good to go. Just doing a bit of a loop. One I've done before, but in reverse. Not for years. I've done them before several times, but the one I'm targeting I've only done once, probably about 8-9 years ago. A bit of a mud fest. So there's 95 of these Ethels, which are Peak District version of Wainwright's in the Lake District. Several of them I've done just in nature of hiking without knowing what they were, or that they were at Ethel. So like this one, I say I have been before, but it weren't relevant at that time as far as that goes. So come and pick it up again. Yeah. Squelchy in places. A bit of a climb. Should intersect a road. A bit squelchy underfoot and overgrown with bracken. Ooh, a big nettly thing. Not got too many miles left in these boots. The main boot's intact, but the tread is starting to wear quite quickly. There's not really any trails marked on a survey for this hill, but obviously there is. But yeah, there's a path, sheepfold here. You come over, the path goes along the tree line, along the wall, and then switchbacks up here. So there's definitely a trail, and I say it's now turned me back up. So while it's going up, we're good to go. I keep catching my arm on these nettly things, but they've not really got me as yet. When you get off at that path at the bottom there, there's a gate. It says sorry, no dogs between this date and that date. So something to bear in mind. Well, that one's alright because it's like at the start of the hill. This one, you've already come over it, and now you're kind of committed because there's the end. Or if you're going to obey that, you've got to go all the way back again. Still on the ascent, but about to sort of level out. It still climbs, but not so severely. So we're down in the White Peak. We've got various of these Ethels, you can see from here. I think Carter Low, Pillsbury Hill, High Wealden, and then the route we're on today is technically picking up 2, 3, 4. Today's route's picking up 4 of these Ethels, but it's mainly the one I'm on now is the to do again target. I've been to the others multiple times, I've only been to this once. And before they were an Ethel kind of thing, so I've not got any specific photo that I can find where you know, to make a file up for later. But I'm parked down in Hollins Hill, just off of that road there, other side of that farm. A little bit of pull in. If people had parked right, you get another 3 cars in, but you know how it is. So anyway, come from Hollins Hill, meandered the way up the east side of Hollins Hill, which is where I am now. I've just stopped here because here you can see the rest of the route. When I get further round, I'm going to lose Parkhouse. So I'm on Hollins Hill, which is going to turn around to the left and carry on going up, drop down over this sort of terrain for about a mile. It takes me over to Buxton Raceway. That's then going to put me up to that, on top of that, that's high edge, and you can see it's sort of flat on top. There's 2 World War II pillboxes up there, and that's the main one. That one you can get in. There's another one 300-400 metres to the west of it, which is full of rubble, but you have to just hop a fence or climb around a fence to get onto that one. but it's not too bad. That drops me down, puts me down onto Stoop Farm, which is down here there. We come down there, access, and then go along that wall, which is like a concessionary path, and drops you down this steep bank here down the side of that wall. That pushes then to the base of Chrome Hill. You go up that cut there, which can be a mud fest, and slippy is a slippy thing because it's quite steep and muddy, so it might not be too bad today. Is it that cut, or is it there? I think that's there where they're going up. I think cush around and then you just meander up. It's not really a knife edge, and it's not too much of a scramble. There's a lot more of a path around it now than there ever used to be. I think first time I did it, it were more you know, you climb up and down the limestone to get around, but now there's like been paths sort of worn in, a bit more friendly kind of thing. So that's up and over there, down the other side of Chrome, and then up Parkhouse. Well, that's nowhere near as high as this one, but it is a little bit more challenging coming at it from this side. You've got to go up again. You need like 3 points of contact. We'll get to that later, obviously. If you come over it this way, that's worse because you've got to down climb that, and I say it's slippy limestone. So it's not good. Worth doing. Well worth doing both of these. I normally come over from Sterndale and do a circuit round, but obviously today I've come from Hollins Hill to get this one. So yeah, down the other side of Parkhouse, and then back along this sort of farm trail, and then it'll cut me across farmland back to the car there. But that's then, and this is now. So I say we about done with the major ascent. I've got a bit more up to go, but nothing too dramatic. It's just like a gradual incline over the next quarter of a mile, half a mile from memory. I'll see more when I get around the corner. Top of hill is basically up there, and then go drop down the steep side at the other side. It's not too windy today either. It's quite warm, and no major, just an occasional little breeze like that. Yeah, so just skirt up the side of this edge wall, really. Right, just have a quick cup of tea. A little bit more windy up here than it were on way up. Hollins Hill. I don't know if this is like a burial mound. It has that sort of look to it. You've got Axe Edge over here, Axe Edge more flash. And I think that's the roaches basically over there, just cresting over the top, and Ramshaw rocks and everything will be just over that side. So that's that, Hollins Hill, which is the target of the actual walk. I say the Ethel that I was sort of missing a photo of, really. I say I've been before about 8 years ago. So now we're just going to drop off the side of this, which I remember being quite steep because I came up this way when I did it before. Yeah, sort of short sharp shock. Drops it down to that road down there. I don't recall this path. I think we went up from memory. I think we just went straight up there, but whether this is newish or whether it was here before, but we just went straight up, I don't know. I can't remember where we're going now. Down here. So I've got options when I get to the little road intersection here, so I'll just get a coat looking at and see what's what. More cows. There's some more to play with as well later on. Ooh, get over this. This bridge looks quite interesting. Definitely have to watch your step on that one. There you go, stay there and don't get too inquisitive. say I did this walk probably about 8 years ago in reverse, and it was in a group, which I don't generally do group walks, so I was in the group, I wasn't leading it. So I just had to sort of follow along where they went, basically. Just up here should be a path off on my right going up that. I've got two options. I can either go up the steep bit, or I can carry on a bit and there's another path that comes back on it and intersects, more of a switchback. Just check my map, because this trail's coming up on my right. I don't know how obvious it's going to be. I've just gone past the alleged path up there. There's a post there, but there don't seem to be any flagging. There might be a bit of flagging just back there, but I'll just carry on. It's only up here, and then it'll turn me back up the hill. Come down along there, just cutting this corner off basically, and the path I require is there. It's gonna take me back uphill now and bring me out just at High Edge. Buxton Raceway used to be RAF Buxton back in the day. And then there's High Edge, the two pillboxes, and they were there basically to protect the RAF base. I think it was just either a fuel or ammunition storage, that kind of thing. I don't believe it was an airfield. Might have been, but I'm not sure. That's Hollins Hill, which is where I came up. Oh, I've come down that way, but parked at the other side of that. So I curl down now onto High Edge, down the road to Stoop Farm, then drops me up over Crome Parkhouse and back to the other side of that one. And just check my map in, I've got to go that way to see if there's actually a path or if it's just over there. I was looking for a trail. I'm not sure if it should have gone down side of this fence line, maybe. Looks like there's flagging going up there, which is heading over to Ballpark where I want to be. So we'll see what we come up with. Not that clear at the moment, but I need to be over there, and there is allegedly a path. There does look to be flagging in the middle there. I can't see any stiles or anything crossing the next bit. I picked up the path again. I just came over the top of there, which will put me over that way, but several fences and that, but I just had to sort of take a side step over. We're going up there onto High Edge, so there's one of the pillboxes there and there's another one just over the rise here. Some more cows over at this High Edge as well, so hopefully they no issue. I've had no problems so far. That's where I should have come from. That's where I did come from. And that's where I'm going. So hop here now, loads of cows. Yeah, pretty high for style. Yeah, the pillboxes just over there. Oh, just keep going this way a little bit. Give me an overview of the raceway. So we got Buxton Raceway, so you can either do it as an oval or they do it as a figure eight. Just see the top of the first pillbox, just on the crest of the hill. So this is High Edge. I say there's another one over there, and that's the actual high point, that one. But this is another one of these Ethel malarkeys. I say this pillbox has been full of rubble I'll see if that's still the case when I get to it. This one's still full of rubble, so you could technically go in and scramble around it. I'll say there's another one just over there. It's a little bit trickier to get to. Just walk along this edge, go up that limestone thing, and there is a fence, but you can just sidestep it on the cliff edge. You just walk around the edge of it. You're not too scared of heights, then no real trouble. So yeah, there's the first pillbox. So now we're up to the second one. Yeah, this fence looks a bit more down than it has ever been. So I normally sidestep around it. But, this Ethel hunting malarkey has obviously increased traffic to these places. So you get a little bit of damage done. So it was never like that, you just sidestepped around it. But it's obviously been butchered, so I'll say this one you can get in. Oh yeah, okay. A bit higher drop than I expected, and I've got my collarbone. Yeah, the other one's filled up. You can't see any steps, so about from my foot level here is all full of rubble. But this one is obviously just got this bit of a shoulder here, and then you can stand up. Oh yeah, a bit of water, but yeah, you can stand up now. So, a little bit flooded. That's the view. So there's Hollins Hill, what came up this morning. And there's Crone Hill, which is next target over there, and then Parkhouse is behind that. So that one was looking east, that one's looking south. So you've got Axe Edge over there. So that's looking west. The Buxton Raceway is down there. So that's looking over to like Chenley Churn, Lantern Pike, that sort of bigger woods. Yep, water all around. I say just got that ducked down. And then you're back out. High edge, pillbox, and trig and Ethel. And that's the shady bit done. So the pillbox is up top of there. So there were a load of cows in that one, so just to circumvent them, just come down the side here, a little bit overgrown and limestoney, but did the job. So just on this little bit of roadway now, just down this dip, and then we turn off from this direction, turn off right to Stoop Farm, and then there's a concessionary path. It takes me over about 3 or 4 fields and then drops you down and pushes you to the base of Crone Hill. Up here, come to a bit of a stile and a cattle grid, and I'm going to go left along the concessionary path over to Crone. Gate there, but it's called a cattle grid. Much for muchness. Over this, a couple of fields, 2, 3 or 4 fields, and then you drop severe down, steep bank. So I'll say this drops down quite steep, takes me across a wall to access, and then you just curl up around. Have they altered the path? I'm fairly sure I used to go around the base of that wall and then cut up, but it looks like there's a path goes up there now, so whether they've adjusted it slightly. I shall find out shortly. Yeah, see what's happening here. This looks so different. You normally go along the base of this wall, and they've obviously cut a new path. There's a little sign there pointing this way and one there turning you off of that path. So we shall give this a go to looking at and see what this achieves. Might say just bypass that mud fest at the base mainly, but we shall find out in a minute. So all this is new. One on us is shifting and it ain't me. There's a bit of a cave just into view in a second. May or may not have sheep in today. Hollins Hill, high edge, now on the west flank of Chrome Hill. Yeah, they've cut paths in really all the way around the edges. Used to be like bits of scramble where you come up over the top of these, but I mean you still can do that. It's a land bridge. Summit is just up there, and Parkhouse will come into view, so we'll see them over this. A bit windy, so no midges today. And there we go, king of the world. Said too windy for drone. So down here then now, and then up the right hand side, sorry, left hand side, and cut up onto the top of Parkhouse, down the other side, and then cut around the south face. Summit of Chrome Hill up there, pinnacle there, so I normally stand on that. It's a little bit too blowy for safety. So I say descend down here now over the ridge. You can go over the top, or there is a path down the right hand side, just down to the road. I've into this Peaky Blinders malarkey. I never watched it. I have seen various clips of it, and the end bit flagged up to me. I guess it's Shelby, Thomas Shelby or something, but like a gypsy caravan over on that hill looking this away, because you've got Chrome House and Parkhouse I think in the background of the closing shot, I believe. So now on the descent on the east flank of Chrome Hill. It's surprisingly dry. I say I expected it to be a bit of a mud fest and quite slidey. Still early days, like still time for that to change, but so far so good. There's the other pinnacle at this end of Parkhouse as well. I'll see how I go. Might have a quick wander up it, but maybe not. You get a decent photo of this tree here as well, with Parkhouse in the background and the tree in the foreground. It's a decent composition. Just on the ridge line, so again that's the descent of Chrome Hill. So this is now heading over to Parkhouse Hill. There's a path down the bottom of it, or you just come up over this ridge line. Not quite Cribcock, but it's closest thing in Derbyshire. A little bit of access road, and now up. There's a bit of a cut up the right hand side there, but that's not really a path, it's a little bit of a scramble. So just go this left hand side and it brings you out round the back of this pinnacle. Steeper than it looks. I'll wake you up in the morning, so just gotta go up here and cut right, and then there's a bit of a 3-point contact scramble up there. So there's a bit of rain coming in. I'll try and get up this section because this is like a sketchy bit, or sketchier bit, polished limestone, which is fun at best of times, but if it's wet polished limestone and steep, then definitely needs to take care on it. It's one of them. Hopefully it's just a little shower. I'll pass through. It's catch-22. You either wait for it, not put your coat on, it gets heavy and you get drenched, or you put your coat on and it's a little shower. Whew. So that's a Parkhouse pinnacle. Down, climb to it and go up around this side. Right. Started raining. Just made the decision to coat up, which was the right one, I think, because it's coming a little bit more sustained. Just at the wrong time. I've got this 3 points of contact limestone to play with. So I'll put the camera away and do it. Right, it's definitely set in. It's approaching the summit, wet summit of Parkhouse Hill. Not many here, strangely enough. Do it down here and around the front flank, and then there should be a footpath over there somewhere. This will be fun going down this face because this is notoriously muddy. It's very steep. It's a muddy path and it's now wet. So I dare say I might go on my arse at least once. So this is where the treacherous bit comes in. And try and place your foot before your weight transfer and hope you've got some sort of traction. So yeah, just on the descent, sharp descent down Parkhouse. So I've got to switch back down here, which is treacherous in these conditions. Wet polished limestone is a nightmare at the best of times. Steep descent in the process as well, added into the mix just to make it interesting. So far so good. I've had a couple of little moments but managed to catch it, so I thought I'd risk it and put a camera in my hand while I'm doing the rest, just to make it more challenging. Whoop. Oh, Chinooks, pair of Chinooks coming over. I'll come this way a bit, be good. Right, we're down, and sure enough it nearly got me right on the very end, just as it was levelling out. My foot went from under me, but just managed to catch with a little bit of a jog. If it's been higher up I wouldn't have been able to, because I'd have been doing splits, which I'm not renowned for. And down the side of a steep hill is not the place to learn. Right, it's about stopped raining now. So this Parkhouse Hill, so I've just obviously I'm just other side at Hill, on just about that bit of a crest there, when rain started, so I've just been up and down it, which is treacherous, with it hammering it down. And no right to roam, keep to the path, no access to Chrome Hill from here. Ford here, but thought, oh, that looks like it's going to be a bit deep, but there's a bridge over the side of it, so we're good to go. I'll give it a total looking at while I'm here though, for the hell of it. Well, I'm fairly sure I'll be going over the bridge. Yeah. Don't think I want to do that in car either. It bounces a bit for fairly thick timber. Helium balloons follow this trail. It intersects a road and a couple 100 metres of road, and then we should be back to the vehicle. About 6.5 miles. A fair bit of up and down in all that, and it's just started raining again, so try not to get too wet before I get back to the car. Probably about 300 metres, 400 metres.